Hey there, and welcome to this brand new show called Coshocton Conversations. I'm Kirby Hasseman, and I will be hosting this each week at the Hasseman Brewing Tap Room, where we want to invite business leaders, entrepreneurs, and leaders in Coshocton County to have important conversations. And we're going to start that off today with Tiffany Swigert. Tiffany Swigert is the Executive Director for the local Port Authority. Tiffany, thank you so much for joining us.
Kirby, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. So, I wanted to start off by just jumping into your organization. So tell us about the Port Authority and maybe some of the good projects that you're working on right now that you're able to talk about.
Sure. So the idea is essentially that we're the economic development engine for Coshocton. And ideally, we want to be a resource center, and we want to connect business, industry, government, and finance together, along with education, to connect the dots, make sure that people have what they need to establish a new business. And that ideal is to bring growth and prosperity to Coshocton County.
That's interesting. So one of the pieces I think with your deal is I think people always are waiting for you to make big announcements. You can't always, can you?
We can't. A lot of the things that we do are somewhat confidential in nature. Obviously, if you're a new business wanting to come here to Coshocton, you don't want your competitor to know what your next move is. So there are a lot of things that we do have to do that sometimes require us to sign non-disclosure agreements. And some of those things can take a year to really cultivate and make an announcement on.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So what is one burning challenge that you have at the Port Authority now?
Definitely available properties. So as companies are looking to place, really in our region and in Ohio, available properties are important. We are blessed with tremendous waterways here, but that also brings floodplain, which is somewhat of an issue when it comes to developing land. So one of the things is really identifying available properties and then how to develop those out. We are actually working on an exciting project right now it's called DMAP, and that's through the Ohio State University. And that is going to help us with grant dollars, identify available properties, connect the dots so that we have resources to build those out and make us more competitive in the marketplace.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So speaking of excitement, what are some things in Coshocton County that you're excited about right now?
Oh, there's so many. First of all, I think it's the personal relationships that are being built, the collaborations that are forming. That's so important. Our office is small. We have 5 dedicated board members and 1 advisory member. However, we all acknowledge that we can't do this alone. And it really does take a community to progress the way that we want to here. And so the collaborations that are forming are incredible.
So if you don't mind,
sure.
Like what? Give me an example of a collaboration that's fun.
Oh, sure. Amy Stockdale with Chamber of Commerce. When I first started about 7 months ago, she really just took me under her wing and said, I have all of these connections with existing businesses. Let's get you in there. We want to make sure that they're connected to you. To date, we have probably visited close to 45 existing businesses. So if we haven't seen you yet, we want to. But the collaboration between our offices and then also Ohio Means Jobs, the liaison there, Sherry Gibson, we're really making sure that their workforce needs are taken care of.
Man, and see, I think that's really important. I think that's one of the things that I've heard people say in the past, right? That it's the idea that you're reaching out and just getting to know the local business community helps you sell our community better anyway, right?
Absolutely. A lot of the growth that we're going to see here in Coshocton is going to come from existing businesses as well. Yeah. So it's important that we understand fully what they're doing, what their challenges and what their strengths are so that we can help them bridge whatever gaps need to be bridged.
Cool. All right, one final question.
Sure.
So what is another organization, event, something in Coshocton County that you see as a positive?
Most definitely the Chamber. Amy Stockdale, the resources that they're able to give an existing business is so important. If you're not a Chamber member yet, you really should be. The services that they can provide are really astonishing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank
Pretty
you.
Painless, right?
Not bad.
Not bad. All right. Well, thank you for watching this very first edition of Coshocton Conversations. We'll see you next week.